Hello there. I have a double page scrapbook layout for you today. I think this one's going to be fun. I have these photos from last Christmas. We've got these silly little reindeer antler headbands, and I had everybody pose in them, not knowing the perfect paper pack was going to come along the next season, right? So this is Hayden and Desiree, my husband and I, more of Hayden and Des, and Clayton and Sasha. So we're all sporting our little reindeer antlers, and I'm not sure what was up with the cool thumbs up pose. I asked them, like, what are you guys doing? They're like, nah, I don't know. There wasn't a good reason. So these are my photos. I will tell you the sizes, but there are 5 of them. And this is actually the Reindeer Memories workshop collection. So this is a full color guide that walks you through step by step. It gives you all of the measurements, tells you exactly how to cut these pages, where to space everything, and you can create 3 double page beautiful layouts. These are awesome. I'm going to switch it up because I created a sketch for my monthly sketch challenge for my customers, and I need to create that sketch myself, and these are going to work out perfectly. So this is part of the workshop, Reindeer Memories workshop. You also have all of these little bonus pieces. So these are paperboard shapes. It spells out the word joy, and then you have this little layering piece here, and then you have punch out paper die cuts. Christmas tree, Christmas cheer, enjoy the season, little reindeer, some scalloped border pieces, some journaling and tabs. Lots of fun little bits and pieces there to create with. And then you get the coordinating cardstock, and this is the white core coordinating or white core two-tone cardstock that we love. So you can see on one side you've got, you know, the dark side, and on the opposite side you have the lighter version of that same color. So it's really like 2 colors in one. But all of the cardstock you need, and this is the sticker sheet. We've got some borders, beautiful little reindeer, and look at the birds on his antlers. That's so cute. Holly, and then some fun little sentiments there. So I do want to just give you a quick look at the paper here. I've already flipped them over. We've got these adorable little prancing reindeer, these Christmas lights on the opposite side. Then we have sleigh bells or little jingle bells. The opposite side are snow flurries. And then you have this beautiful I do not know the color of this. I'm drawing a blank. I want to say pecan pie. And then on the opposite side, you have this little woodland forest scene. So it's kind of fun with this paper pack because you can really play up the reds and greens, or you could do something like that and do more of an outdoor winter inspired layout. So I really like that. Now these are the bonus pieces that come. Oh, here comes Sybil. I don't think you guys have ever met Sybil. We're going to get a very brief glimpse of Sybil. Sybil showed up on our front porch a couple years ago and never left. So she's a pretty quiet little kitty. Now these are the extra pieces that only are available with the workshop. So they are single-sided. They don't print both sides because if you're following along the workshop, you only would need the one side. So again, more of that beautiful kind of, I keep wanting to call this glacier because it looks so much like the glacier color and close to my heart, but it is pool party, and that was pecan pie. And then there's craft in here too. On the back of the label is the colors in the paper pack, so you can use that to reference when you're trying to create your embellishments or grab coordinating cardstock. As I mentioned, this is going to be a double page layout, so I'm going to bring in both of my Versamats here. For my base, I am using a piece of garden green cardstock. This is going to be a frame style layout, so I've already gut out the center of that, and then in the middle, I did put a glue dot down just to kind of hold that in place. I have a piece of white cardstock cut to 11 by 11. That's going to sit just like that. Actually, I did promise someone I would show this process, and I know I've shown it several times before, but I never remember what video it was in, so I'll show it again really quick here. So I have a 1/2 inch border on my showing, so I need to give myself a little bit more room to attach my white cardstock. So what I'm going to do is go to 1 inch, and then you just put this, leave it up until you get to the 1 inch mark. So I'm starting at the bottom, so we're at 11 inches, and then we're going to cut up to 1 inch and then repeat that all the way around. So again, I'm lining it up at the 1 inch. We're starting at 1, going down to 11. So now I'm going to put this in my notes so I have this video to refer to the next time someone needs a little demonstration on how to gut your cardstock. But this is definitely worth taking the time to do because it will save paper. You can use this inner portion here to create a whole nother project, or you can use this to match your photos, and it makes it less weight in your scrapbook albums. And we know that those albums can get heavy over time when we get them filled with all of our memories. So we'll just get that one adhered down. It helps if I get it straight. Definitely want to put it on there not crooked. For my photo placement, I do have, these are 4x6s, and I think I'm going to put that one there. This one here, I've got a little, this is 3x3, and then some 3x4s that are going to sit like this. So that's how we're placing the photos. Now we can bring in our papers to support those photos. I did want to point this out because it was a little confusing to me in the beginning just because of what I was used to with Close to My Heart. So Close to My Heart, you had a paper pack and a sticker sheet, or you had a workshop kit, and it would be the exact same paper pack and sticker sheet plus extras. So Stampin' Up does theirs a little bit differently, and I think partly because their paper packs are a lot bigger. They have double the amount of paper and more patterns. So maybe they just scaled it down a bit for their scrapbooking workshops. But you have some of the same papers. So we've got the lights and the reindeer. That's the same as in the workshop kit, but they're a little bit different. So, or you have more papers. So there's presents. I already have cut some of those out for some Christmas cards. You have these reindeer, and a lot of the coordinating dies will cut out some of these images. So you have the large reindeer here. These are so cute. I pointed this out in my walkthrough. This one's drinking coffee, which I just think is adorable. We've got a plaid on the other side. Then you have these adorable little reindeer here. Some nice little holly berries and leaves. And then you have these reindeer, just winter fun. So this would be great for outdoor winter papers, just capturing some, building a snowman or sledding or just snow pictures. This would be adorable. The other side, you have these little jingle bells or sleigh bells. And the one I showed you, so there was one of these in the workshop too. This is the workshop paper. It's tonal, it's tone on tone. So here you have white bells against a red background, and here the same look, but it's scaled down a little bit. And I think that works well for scrapbooking because you have the interest of the pattern without it overwhelming your photos. So that is one difference there. And then I love this paper here. Isn't that pretty? So kind of the same thing here. This is the one that comes with a workshop. You have more of a tone on tone as opposed to this little bit more bold pattern with the green trees against a white background. So just some subtle differences and things to I wanted to explain that because if you've been using Close to My Heart workshops for a long time, you might have expected something similar with the paper pack. So this is a look at the sketch I created for my customers, and we've got lots of paper layers here. So I need to pick my papers and the dark gray color represents that the same paper's been used on both sides. And then you have light gray in all of these places. So let's go ahead and see some of the options. So my first thought was the reindeer paper. Now you saw in the actual paper collection there are a lot of different reindeer papers. So right now, just to keep it simple for me, I'm narrowing it down, my choices down to what is in the workshop collection. So we've got this reindeer pattern here, which is very cute. And let's maybe think of this one for our piece coming out the side. And you always want to consider the style of your photos. Do you have formal photos or maybe more playful photos? These definitely to me would fall into the kind of fun and playful type of category. If you have little kids and like tiny young, not big kids like this, but younger kids, you might want to consider more youthful, playful paper like that. So just some things to consider when selecting your paper. So I do have this option, and I do think it's cute. We're going to put our journaling here, but on the other side we have these festive lights, and I do like the bright green. You know what? I think I actually like that one. I still can bring my reindeer theme in with the embellishments. We've got these adorable, cute little guys from the stamp set. These are left over from some cards I was making. They're so cute. And plus, I have all those reindeer on the sticker sheet. So that's an idea rather than putting the reindeer in on the paper. I think I'm going to go for it. We do have the Jingle Bell red paper also. Let's just try that one really quick. Nope, I like the dots better. We're going to go for these. I'm going to cut these down according to my sketch. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll scoot my photos aside. We can bring in our little paper layers here. I'm just going to kind of dry fit everything to make sure I am happy with the way it's looking here. And we'll tuck these in on the side. So I didn't want them exactly the same. So here I've just got the 2 layers, and then you can see I've centered this one, and then these will be kind of going out either side, and I do it to make sure that my margins are the same on each side. So I'll worry about that fine tuning when I go to get everything adhered down, of course. So we can kind of bring back in our photos, and then you'll notice I've designed this so it frames in a 4x6 quite nicely. So these already do have the white border around the edge. So if you don't have that, I would recommend matting your photos just to give them a little separation against the background there. So this is looking good. Now in my sketch, the title goes up the side here, which I think is super cute, but if I am going to use this title, for example, I don't think it's a bit big to go up the side following the sketch. I think this one would be better suited down in this area here. There is also Christmas cheer in the punch out shapes, but it's in that pool party color, and I don't want to introduce those colors, these like beautiful glaciery winter colors. I'm going to save those for a different project, and for this one just focus on the reds and greens, so the other title wouldn't work. And we've got, let's see, titles don't have to be huge. You could always use some of these little guys for titles, but since I have this one, I think that's pretty cute and that's going to work well. If I were to put a title up the side, I'd probably go with a small die cut letter or something that would fit nicely in that space. Stampin' Up! Does have the mini alpha die. These letters are about 3/4 of an inch, but you could see how those would work really well for a space like this. If you wanted to kind of run your title, you could put Christmas cheer, just Christmas, or memories or something like that. I think that would be really a cute idea. I'm actually going to move these up because the sketch has a border across the bottom, so we want to make room for that design element. And again, when I go to adhere all these down, I'll worry about the measurements at that time. So we need a little strip of decorative paper coming across the bottom, and I do have this, a couple border stickers here. Now these are not quite 12 inches. They are just shy, so that is okay. Or you could put them in the center and maybe dovetail the outside edge, or just have them spanning the inner portion where the white cardstock is. So I do like that, but I only have one, so I'd have to cut that in half, but it is a contender. I do have some scraps left over. This is the Take a Bow. It's a 6x6 paper pack collection, and I think that this could work. So yes, it's 2 6-inch pieces, so we're going to have a seam, and it's not lining up perfectly with my pattern, but I think it's going to be good enough that your eye is just going to fix that, and you're not even going to notice that. But I do think that's pretty cute. Let's go ahead and scoot this up and look at all of the ephemera. Now these are the bits and pieces that are the punch outs from the workshop. So we've got these cute scallop borders. Might be able to tuck something under there as part of a layer. I don't want the red one. We've got several tabs. This tree is awesome, but it definitely doesn't look good on that paper. I like it there, but it's a bit too big for this layout, so I think I'll save that for another project. I do have these smaller trees. Now this one here, I already removed this stick off the back. I do want to bring in the reindeer, so I think I like that one. Then we have this little reindeer. I like this one better. Yep, we're going to go with that one. Now I went to add my journaling here, so there's this square. I don't like how that one, the photo's crooked with the square straight. That looks a little funny, so we could straighten this out. But that's feeling a little bit too, I don't know, it's just not what I'm looking for. There's also this one. Now, if you had less photos, you could put that little journaling box there. but we have some other options to explore. So I'm going to skip that for now and maybe just play with some of these bits here. I like that tab. I want to create an embellishment cluster, and I definitely want to use these adorable little reindeer. So I have a whole bunch already punched out. These are the pieces that you can die cut and layer. So they go together like this, and I've used espresso for the base and crumb cake for the second layer, and then pecan pie for the top layer. We'll put this little guy up here and then connect those two embellishments framing in the corner. Now I also keep this little bin of leftover pieces, and they're supposed to just be white. I don't know why that red circle's in there, but basically tags and circles and just die cut shapes that are left over from other projects, or maybe I didn't end up using them, or maybe I cut duplicates. So you can never have too many tags. This is a circle from the Spotlight on Nature circle die. And then I also have a bunch of these from an old Close to My Heart stamp set. You know what? What if we put this over here? I really love that little torn notebook edge detail. I think that's pretty cute. What else do I have in here? Let's see. More of these little notebook edges. Oh, there's a doily. That's always pretty. Not quite right for this layout. Let me tidy these up, and then I have grabbed the Joyful Images Mix and Match Ephemera. I shared these in my catalog walkthrough, and I'm super excited about these because the size is perfect for not only your 12 by 12 scrapbooks, but also your December dailies. So there's just a bunch of Christmas themed die cut ephemera in here. Look how cute those stockings are. So I'm just literally playing. There's different color tones in here, so not all of them are going to work with my layout, but there's quite a few images that will. So Jema, I think Jema has it down. She got these. Oh, look at the little presents. Those are cute. That could work over here. Jema shared these trays she got on scrapbook.com. They're stacking trays, and you can kind of spread out your ephemera bits a little bit better. I think I'm going to look into those. So I went ahead and sorted through and just pulled out the ones that have the matching color scheme. So let's beef up this embellishment cluster here. We've got some holly leaves and berries. So I mentioned earlier, I kind of wanted to connect that corner, have everything kind of clustered. We've got this tree. I like the footprint, but then the deer kind of gets lost. What if we use my secret weapon here? It's not really a secret, but I love adding circles to ground my embellishments or make them stand out. So I selected one of the Spotlight on Nature circle dies, and you can see how that just really spotlights that deer. I kind of want something further to anchor them. We do have that horizontal candy cane pattern, but we need a little something extra. So here's some stickers from the sticker sheet. They say Merry Merry and Good Times. I kind of like the red one down here. That really pops, and we have a lot of green, so the red looks good. But I want something up here too, and that definitely does not stand out. So let's switch these. We'll put Merry Merry. Again, my goal is to kind of create an L-shaped cluster around that photo up in the corner. What if we add this first, make that stand out a bit more? It's not quite the right red, actually. It's a little deeper than my pattern paper. There is this cute little bow that has both the red and green. Now this die cut set does come with a die cut bow that you can adorn the reindeer with, but I think I'm going to use that one just because it matches so well. So this is the Reindeer Fun set. Now it's a photopolymer clear stamp. So I've got extra pieces there. Let me get those out of the way. All of these fun stamps, and then the coordinating dies, which have additional dies. So those outline dies cut out the pattern paper. Oh, that's cute. We might need to use that one, maybe right there. Let's hold on to that. But these are the little layering dies, the bow and the wreath to create those little pieces. So I'm just kind of tucking and nestling, trying little different bits and pieces and seeing what fits and what doesn't. We have these super cute candy pieces too, little peppermints, Christmas candies. Those might be fun kind of over here. There are some presents hidden behind my photo, so let's go ahead and snippy and cut those apart so we can use those elsewhere. There's no sense in hiding them behind the photo, right? Let's bring our Christmas candies back in. You know, I'm not really sure about the candy cane. It feels kind of random, but we'll just let them hang out there for a bit. One thing I'm noticing is I have added that brown color in my reindeer on the right hand side, and I don't have any of it on the left hand side. So I might try to sneak that in, but let's clean up these little presents. I think these will look cute right here. And then we can work on the journaling. I think I'm pretty decided on the tag for my journaling, so let's just kind of bring that back in one more time. And then I do love the little spotlight on nature circles, so those are always fun to add your journaling to. So let's just kind of narrow it down to these two. You know what? The tag's better for this particular layout. There's a cute little bow from the Joyful Ephemera pack, and I think that'll look cute up top there. So what I'm going to do is print that out on my computer and then take that same tag die and die cut that. I swapped it out. Now, I mentioned wanting to bring brown over to this side, so I've got another reindeer, and I'm just kind of trying him out. That feels a little cluttery to me. I've already adhered these down, but let's see if I could scoop those up and try the little reindeer down there. I love the way the presents look. I think they're so cute, but I want to focus on the reindeer for this layout, and this might be better. So both options look great, but you know what? I think I'm going to go with him. Let me hold this up so you can see how I use liquid pearls to add color to his nose and the little berries on the holly leaves there. So that is the actual stickles, and Stampin' Up! Has one. It's called Real Red Enamel Effects. They function the exact same way, very similar product. And I added it to the lights. It's probably not showing up on camera, but it looks so cool. They look like little glossy lights and like real Christmas lights, and I just love it. If you enjoyed this video, let's take a cue from Mike and Hayden's cheesy pose and hit that thumbs up button. Thanks so much for doing that. Everything I used is listed in the description box below. And if you're looking for more Christmas inspiration, definitely check out these videos right here. Thanks for spending time with me, and I'll see you soon here on YouTube.